Hello everyone, my name is Moe Zulfiqar and welcome to Income Investors. Today, I want to take some time and talk about investors' sentiment and the current state of the stock market. But before I go into any details, I want to let you know that anything you hear in this video is for education and information purposes only. Nothing in this video should be taken as personal advice. Understand that investing comes with risk. No matter how safe an investment sounds, there are risks involved. To read more about it, please see the description below. I want to begin with two quotes from legendary investors. First is from Sir John Templeton. He said, "Bull markets are born on pessimism, grow on skepticism, mature on optimism, and die on euphoria." And the second quote is from Warren Buffett. He said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful." Here's what I see happening these days. We're seeing investors becoming optimistic, borderline euphoric. One of the most obvious places where euphoria or crazy optimism is visible at the moment is AI related stocks. And this is not to say we're against AI stocks or anything of that sort. It's just a place where investors are willing to pay extremely high prices. The AI stock performance has been so robust that they are pulling the indices. But I digress a little bit. There are signs of optimism all over the place. You don't really have to go far. Just look at indicators that track investor sentiment. One such indicator is the sentiment survey published by the American Association of Individual Investors. The survey on a weekly basis asks investors where they think the stock market will be in the next 6 months. The survey has been going on since 1987. In the most recent survey, close to 43% of respondents said that they were bullish. Keep in mind that the historical bullish responses are around 37.5%, and just past week, the bullish responses hit one-year high of 45.2%. But don't just stop there. Look at the Fear and Greed Index published by the CNN. This indicator looks at movements of several different areas of the financial world and comes up with a reading that tells if investors are greedy or they're fearful. In its most recent reading, the Fear and Greed Indicator suggests that there is extreme greed among investors. And if you look at other indicators of investor sentiment, you will find something very similar. Investors are optimistic. With optimism soaring, stock market is actually doing great. If you look at the S&P 500, it's up 25% from its lows in October 2022. These are impressive returns given that the historical average performance of the index is around 8 to 10% a year. But here's a problem, and I want to remind you the quotes that I talked about earlier in the video. Optimism is certainly great, and at Income Investors, we love when everyone is making money. But we also believe that you need to know the risks. Here are a few things you need to know. Understand that fundamentals really matter. The stock market can't go far with dismal fundamentals, and at the moment, fundamentals seem to be tormented. For instance, we have a slowing economy. Leading indicators suggest that recession is nearing, and it could be a severe one. If you look at the yield curve as an indicator of a recession in the US economy, it has never been this inverted and for this long as it has been over the past few quarters. I want to go back to basic economics 101. Federal Reserve has raised interest rate at an extremely fast pace, and know that these policies don't trickle down in the economy for 12 to 18 months. We're just starting to see interest rates kick in the economy. So I have to ask, could there be more pain? Earnings expectation, the most important reason why stocks go up or down, are dire. Earnings growth has slowed down, it's been dismal, and is expected to be dismal in coming quarters. Also, something interesting worth noting. There's never been a time in history that stocks have bottomed before a recession has kicked in. As I said earlier, the yield curve has been inverted for months. We haven't had a recession yet. What happens if there's a recession soon? I will end the video with this. Given investor optimism and dire fundamentals, it's starting to look like irrationality is kicking in. John Maynard Keynes, a famous economist, once said, "Markets can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent." So it won't be surprised if irrationality prevails and optimism turns into euphoria. but knowing the risk could help an investor protect their money and find opportunity. I also want to let you know that we're not saying that the stock market is at the peak or at the bottom. Our goal is to tell you what's happening so you can make better investment decisions. That's it for today. Let us know what you think about investors' euphoria and optimism in the comment section, and if you agree with us. We'll be back with another video soon. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.